Are we already living in a simulation? Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything around you, your thoughts, your memories, even the people you love, is nothing more than lines of code in an advanced simulation. What if our entire universe is an artificial construct, meticulously designed by an intelligence far beyond our comprehension? This is not just the plot of a science fiction movie. It is a serious hypothesis debated by some of the greatest minds in philosophy, science, and technology. The simulation hypothesis proposes that what we perceive as reality is, in fact, a sophisticated digital construct created by a highly advanced civilization. If this is true, then everything we know, our existence, the laws of physics, even the very fabric of space and time, is merely an illusion. But how plausible is this idea? And if we are in a simulation, what does that mean for humanity? 1. The origins of the simulation hypothesis. The idea that reality might be an illusion is not new. Ancient philosophers such as Plato and Descartes questioned the nature of existence centuries ago. Plato's allegory of the cave suggests that humans are like prisoners in a cave, only seeing shadows of the real world projected onto a wall, unaware of the true reality beyond. René Descartes, in the 17th century, proposed the idea of the evil demon hypothesis, where a powerful being deceives us into believing in a false reality. These early philosophical musings laid the groundwork for modern theories about simulated reality. However, it wasn't until 2003 that philosopher Nick Bostrom formulated the simulation argument, providing a probabilistic reasoning for why we might already be living in a simulation. 2. Bostrom's simulation argument. Nick Bostrom's simulation argument is based on three possibilities, known as the trilemma. Civilizations never reached the technological ability to run ancestor simulations due to extinction or self-destruction. Advanced civilizations that reach this stage have no interest in running simulations of their ancestors. If a civilization does reach the capability to run simulations and chooses to do so, then the number of simulated realities would vastly outnumber the one base reality. If the third option is true, then statistically speaking, it's far more likely that we are already living inside one of these simulations rather than being in the real universe. Bostrom's argument has been taken seriously by physicists, cosmologists, and even tech billionaires like Elon Musk, who famously stated that the odds that we are not in a simulation are 1 in billions. 3. Scientific evidence and theoretical arguments. While the simulation hypothesis remains speculative, there are intriguing scientific clues that suggest our reality might not be as real as we think. A. Pixelation of the universe. In digital simulations, everything is made of finite pixels or bits of data. Some physicists argue that space-time itself appears to be pixelated at the smallest levels, which could indicate a computational structure. B. The fine-tuning problem. The laws of physics seem incredibly fine-tuned for life to exist. Some argue this could be evidence of a design system rather than a naturally occurring one. C. The Mandela effect. The phenomenon where large groups of people remember events differently could be evidence of glitches or updates in the simulation. D. The observer effect. In quantum mechanics, particles behave differently when they are being observed. This is similar to how video games render environments only when a player looks at them, which raises questions about whether reality renders itself in response to observation. 4. The role of consciousness. If we are in a simulation, what does that say about our consciousness? Are we just complex programs running on an advanced machine? Or is there something more? Some theories suggest that consciousness itself could be a simulation running within a simulation. Others believe that even if the physical world is simulated, consciousness might exist on another plane of reality. Quantum consciousness theories, such as those proposed by Roger Penrose and Stuart Hameroff, suggest that the mind itself may not be bound to a physical reality at all. 5. Possible implications of living in a simulation. What would it mean for our daily lives if we accepted that we are inside a simulation? Moral and ethical questions. If we are just programs, does morality still matter? Does suffering mean anything? Afterlife. Possibilities. Could death simply mean exiting the simulation? Would an advanced civilization be able to reload us? Hacking reality. If our universe is a simulation, is it possible to manipulate the code? Could highly enlightened individuals or AI gain administrator access? 6. Counterarguments. Are we really simulated? Despite the compelling nature of the simulation hypothesis, there are strong counterarguments, computational limits. A simulated universe, as complex as ours, would require an unfathomable amount of computational power. Lack of direct evidence. While there are intriguing clues, no concrete proof exists to confirm the simulation theory. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is usually the correct one. Assuming reality is real is simpler than assuming an ultra-advanced civilization is running an incomprehensible simulation. 7. Conclusion. What if we are simulated? Whether or not we live in a simulation, the idea forces us to reconsider what we think we know about reality. Even if the hypothesis is never proven, it challenges our understanding of consciousness, physics, and the nature of existence itself. Perhaps the greatest question is not if we are in a simulation, but rather, if we are, what come an